at noon tomorrow. That is our broadcast for this Monday night. Thank you for being with us. I'm Brian Williams reporting tonight from Washington. We're on the air from here all day tomorrow, including a special edition of Nightly News tomorrow night with limited commercial interruption and a primetime special later in the evening. So we'll look for you from here tomorrow. Until then, good night from Capitol Hill in Washington.
Now, in high definition, this is News 6 at 6.
First here at 6, on the eve of the presidential inauguration, Barack Obama spent today painting a picture of service. This is a live look at the National Mall right now. More than 2 million people will see Mr. Obama take the oath of office. And tonight, we are already getting a word of what he will say in his speech tomorrow. Good evening, I'm Matt Whitney.
And I'm Nicole Marks. Thank you for joining us. Tonight, on the eve of history, President-elect Obama motivated all of America to roll up its sleeves to do more to help out our nation with many problems. NBC's Steve Handelsman has more from Washington.
Thanks. Good afternoon from Washington, where many in the gathering crowd here see a civil rights message. Dawn of what many here see as a new era of race and politics. From Washington, I'm Steve Handelsman reporting.
Barack Obama's speech will call for an era of responsibility.
That's what one of Obama's key advisors has told News 6's political reporter Marianne Ahern. She joins us live from Washington tonight. Marianne?
Good evening to all of you in Chicago. Now, Valerie Jarrett is just one off to a party celebrating Colin Powell's achievements. Reporting live tonight from Washington, Marianne Ahern.
There is so much anticipation for that speech tomorrow.
Thank you, Marianne.
Well, tomorrow Americans will gather to watch history. Whether you are at work or school, there are ways to see it all. News 6's Anna Devlantis has that story.
No shortage of parties for this inauguration, and hard to find anyone not gathering to watch.
It'll be like my mom, my dad, me, my siblings, like 10 people.
We're going to watch because it's a historical moment.
Tomorrow at right around the time of the inauguration, so that students can get a first-hand lesson in history, and a memorable one at that.
Anna, thanks. New troubles tonight for William Ayers, the University of Illinois professor, was denied entry into Canada. He was supposed to be there for an educational forum. Ayers was turned away while trying to clear customs at the Toronto airport. The 1960s radical, which had ties to Barack Obama, resulted in controversy during his campaign.
Coming up, the realization of a dream. Volunteers heed Obama's call on this Martin Luther King Day.
And a salmonella scare, why you need to worry about more than just peanut butter.
But first, new developments on the disappearance of the Gary couple. We're live next.
We've got a developing situation out of Gary. A SUV is found in the frozen waters of the Little Calumet River. Police say that it could be that of the missing Indiana couple. News 6's Rob Stafford joins us live now with the latest developments. Rob?
Arthur and Latavia Joshua have been missing for 9 days. It was a mystery. It appears to have ended in tragedy. Police say they have found their Dodge Durango in the water off this road. It happened this afternoon. That's when it was found. Friends and family have gathered here for more than an hour. They've been hugging, they've been crying. It was a heartbreaking scene when police came out a short time ago.
There are 2 bodies. We haven't determined their identity yet, but there are 2 bodies inside the vehicle. So that's not confirmed their identity at this time.
Police say there are 2 bodies inside, a man and a woman. They believe they are Arthur and Latavia Joshua. They're still removing the vehicle. They obviously have to make a positive identification. Some fire trucks have come in now because again, they're going to need that to remove the vehicle. The couple's been missing about 9 days. As I said, they were out celebrating their 14th wedding anniversary at a tavern in Gary. They left about 1 o'clock in the morning, went to an ATM machine, took out some money, then apparently were coming down this road on their way to a restaurant when they went off the road. Talked to a family member and a friend this afternoon. They said, we feared foul play. At least this was an accident, and at least they were with each other at the end. Live in Gary, this is Rob Stafford. Back to you.
Rob, thank you. In other news tonight, the salmonella scare expands. Kellogg says salmonella was found in a package of its peanut butter crackers. Many snacks and products, even ice cream with peanut butter, have been recalled. It is believed that most peanut butter sold in jars at stores is still safe. The outbreak is blamed for 6 deaths and has made more than 500 people sick.
Coming up, why Joe Biden hushed his wife during a taping of The Oprah Show.
And how a Top Chef became a hero at an inaugural soiree. The inauguration of the nation's first black president leads to a huge celebration on this Martin Luther King Day. News 6's Sharon Wright tells us about today's special meeting.
Cancer patient Connie Williams trying on a chemo cap for what she joked the many giving back on this day and throughout the years. Sharon Wright.
Joe Biden's wife reveals a secret to Oprah. The Bidens made a surprise appearance on the Oprah show today. Mrs. Biden said her husband had a choice of either being vice president or secretary of state. The vice president-elect tried to hush his wife. A spokesperson later clarified, saying given Biden's background, both offices were possibilities, but in the end, he was only offered one job, and that was vice president.
So what's the big tab on tomorrow's big event in Washington? The government will spend $170 million for the inauguration. The actual ceremony will cost $1.24 million. Security parties and portable restrooms run up the bill. The federal government will spend $49 million. D.C., Virginia, and Maryland requested another $75 million from the feds to pay for their share of police, fire, and medical services.
And for a complete list of tomorrow's concerts, speeches, and inaugural parties, log on to our website, news6chicago.com. And remember, stay with News 6 for complete coverage of the inauguration. We'll have expanded live reports from Washington beginning tomorrow afternoon at 4 o'clock.
All right, Jake, you've already given us the forecast for D.C. Maybe a little snow out there? Okay, thanks, Jake.
Brad is here now with a look at sports.
Yeah, and we're going to talk a little White Sox tonight. It's been a quiet off season for the Sox, but today Kenny Williams got a pretty good pitcher to sign on that dotted line. And the Bulls go to Broadway. We'll tell you more coming up next in sports. Welcome back for sports. If you had the day off today, I hope you didn't waste the time watching the Bulls. Another disappointing road loss to another bad team. It was MLK matinee day in New York City, and the Bulls versus the Knicks. Joakim Noah playing very well recently with the block here. He's going to feed it to Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose will find Luol Deng. Nice dunk. Deng and Rose each had 20. Deng had a double-double in this contest. Final minutes now. Rose hit 2 jumpers, including this one, that will put the Bulls up by 3. But this game wasn't over. Former Bull Chris Duhon puts the Knicks on top with 30 seconds left in the game. The Bulls did have a chance to tie it right back up, but Gordon misses everything. So the Bulls lose 102-98. Their record drops to 18-24. Patrick Kane will play in his first All-Star game this weekend. Only problem is, over the past 2 weeks, Kane hasn't been playing anything like an All-Star. Paula has more.
Patrick Kane doesn't need a pep talk, nor an armor all season long. With the Hawks, Paula Ferris.
Thank you very much, Paul. Today, pitcher Bobby Jenks and the White Sox came to an agreement. The Sox avoided arbitration by signing Jenks to a year deal worth $5.6 million. The Super Bowl doesn't pack a punch this year, but I guess it could be worse. The Pittsburgh Steelers will take on the Arizona Cardinals. The Steelers are at a 7-point favorite so far. People in Pittsburgh are so excited. The Penguins goalie Mark Anderson Fleury was in the spirit with the Steelers helmet and waving the terrible towel. And finally, this here just is not right. Look here as the kid goes into the stands, then watch what happens when he tries to get up. He gets slammed by a fan in the stands. That just proves that sports really isn't easy, and that is sports.
Thanks, Brad.
Coming up here tonight on News 6 at 10, a special kids concert hosted by Michelle Obama. Plus, we'll have an advanced look at what will be in President-elect Obama's inaugural speech. We'll have expanded coverage for you tonight when you join us at 10.
Finally, here at 6, Top Chef is the toast of Washington, D.C., and here's why. Chef Tom Colicchio, host of the reality TV show, saved the life of a host at an inaugural party. He performed the Heimlich maneuver on cookbook author Joan Nathan, who was choking on a piece of food. Dozens of celebrities at this fundraiser hailed the Top Chef as a hero, but he says he was just simply standing nearby and he just jumped right on in.
Wow, that Chef Tom's pretty handy. Well, that's going to wrap things up here at 6 o'clock.
Access Hollywood is up next.
And be sure to join us for News 6 at 10.